Do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Maybe it's harder to stand up, go for a walk, or climb stairs without feeling tired or wobbly. Most people chalk it up to just getting older. But what if that's not the whole story? What if your body's trying to tell you something, and the real issue is hiding in your blood work? Two specific vitamin deficiencies are known to silently drain muscle strength, especially after 60, and if left unchecked, they can lead to falls, fatigue, and a loss of independence. But here's the good news. They're easy to spot, and even easier to fix. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to ask your doctor, what foods or supplements to add, and how to regain strength and confidence in your legs. Let's break it down. Welcome to Thrive Senior Advice, your go-to space for living stronger, healthier, and happier after 50. If you've been feeling less steady on your feet, maybe needing extra support to stand up, or just noticing your legs aren't what they used to be, you're not alone. But here's the thing, it's not always just aging. Your body may be sending you a clear signal that it's missing something important. And the good news? In many cases, the solution is surprisingly simple. Today, we're diving into two essential vitamins that directly affect your leg strength, balance, and energy. These are nutrients that most people overlook, but they play a huge role in how steady and confident you feel on your feet. If you've ever said to yourself, "I just don't feel as strong as I used to," or "my legs tire so quickly now," this video is for you. Stick around, because we're not only going to reveal what these vitamins are, we'll also walk you through how to know if you're low, and the practical steps you can take today to start rebuilding that strength. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because what we cover in the second half is something many doctors miss, and it could be the missing piece for you. Ready to take the first step towards stronger legs and better balance? Let's get started. Leg weakness doesn't happen overnight. Maybe you've noticed it gradually. Climbing stairs feels harder. Getting up from a chair takes more effort. Or your legs feel unusually tired after even a short walk. It's easy to assume it's just normal aging. And to some extent, that's true. As we get older, especially after age 60, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass, a process known as sarcopenia. It starts slowly, but over time, it can take a real toll on your strength, mobility, and independence. And here's something many people don't realize. After 60, the rate of muscle loss can nearly double if we're not proactive. It's not just about staying active, it's about what your body needs on the inside. One key reason this gets worse: our ability to absorb essential nutrients, like vitamins that support muscle and nerve function, decreases with age. That means you could be eating the right foods and still be deficient. Think of it like this: your muscles are like engines, and without the right fuel, those specific vitamins and nutrients decline as inevitable. Because in many cases, leg weakness can be traced back to something that's very fixable. Two vitamin deficiencies that are incredibly common in people over 60. We're talking about vitamins that directly impact your muscle strength, nerve communication, energy, and balance. And if you're missing even one of them, your legs and your confidence will feel the difference. But before we dive into the specifics, take a moment to reflect. Have you noticed your legs feeling less dependable lately? Is it harder to get moving in the morning? Are you sitting more because you're afraid of falling? If any of that sounds familiar, you are not alone. And better yet, this may be something you can change starting today. So, which vitamins could be leaving your legs weaker than they should be? Let's start with the one that most seniors don't even realize they're missing, but it plays a critical role in muscle performance and fall prevention. Number 1, vitamin D deficiency, the silent muscle drainer. Let's talk about the first and perhaps most underestimated vitamin linked to leg weakness after 60, vitamin D. Most people think of vitamin D as this sunshine vitamin, great for bone health. Sure, but what you may not know is that vitamin D plays a direct and powerful role in how your muscles function. especially in your legs. It helps your muscles contract and relax properly. It supports your nervous system in sending accurate signals to your limbs. And without enough of it, your balance, coordination, and strength can slowly begin to slip. Here's the alarming part. Low vitamin D levels are linked directly to higher risks of leg weakness, falls, and mobility problems, even in people who otherwise seem healthy. One major study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults with low vitamin D had significantly reduced leg strength, slower walking speed, and a much higher risk of falling compared to those with healthy levels. And here's something else to consider. The older we get, the less efficient our bodies become at producing vitamin D from sunlight. In fact, people over 65 produce 4 times less vitamin D from the same amount of sun as someone younger. Add to that the fact that many seniors spend more time indoors, live in northern climates, or use sunscreen for good reason, and it becomes very easy to fall into a deficiency without even realizing it. So how do you know if you're low? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had your vitamin D levels checked? Most people never think to ask, and many doctors don't routinely test for it unless you bring it up. But just like your blood pressure or cholesterol, vitamin D levels are vital to track, especially if you've been feeling weaker, more fatigued, or more prone to stumbles. Here's what you can do today. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test called the 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. It's quick, inexpensive, and it tells you exactly where you stand. If your levels are low, your doctor might recommend a daily vitamin D3 supplement or suggest you get more safe sun exposure, like 15 minutes on your arms and legs a few times a week. Foods like fortified milk, salmon, eggs, and mushrooms can also help, but supplements are often more reliable, especially if your deficiency is moderate to severe. Signs of low vitamin D in seniors: unexplained muscle weakness, increased fatigue or sluggishness, poor balance, frequent falls or stumbles, achy legs or joints, low mood or irritability. If any of these sound familiar, your body may be asking for help. The best part? Correcting a vitamin D deficiency is one of the simplest and most effective things you can do to restore strength and stability, often within just a few weeks of consistent treatment. It's not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming your energy, your steadiness, and your confidence in every step. You deserve to move through life feeling strong and supported. And sometimes, that starts with something as simple as letting a little sunshine in, or adding the right vitamin to your daily routine. But there's another silent culprit that could be making your legs feel heavy, numb, or uncoordinated, and this one hides deep in your nerves. Coming up, the second vitamin you need to know about, and why being low could mimic more serious conditions like neuropathy. Number 2, vitamin B12, the nerve support you might be missing. If you've been dealing with numbness, tingling in your feet, or a strange heaviness in your legs, your first thought might be, is this circulation? Or maybe even something more serious? But what if the problem wasn't your heart or your nerves, but a simple vitamin deficiency? Let's talk about vitamin B12, one of the most important and most overlooked nutrients for people over 60. Most people associate B12 with energy, and yes, it does help with fatigue. But here's what many don't realize: vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health. Without it, your nerves, especially in your legs and feet, can't function properly. That's because B12 helps maintain the protective sheath around your nerves, kind of like insulation on a wire. When you don't have enough, that insulation starts to break down, and that's when symptoms appear. Symptoms like numbness, tingling, pins and needles, burning, or even muscle weakness, particularly in the lower body. Here's the scary part. Some seniors are even misdiagnosed with serious neurological conditions, like neuropathy or early dementia, when in reality, Their symptoms are being caused by a simple B12 deficiency. And because symptoms can come on slowly, many people don't even realize something is wrong until the damage is already happening. Vitamin B12 is absorbed in the stomach, but as we age, we produce less stomach acid, which means even if you're eating B12-rich foods, your body might not be absorbing it effectively. If you're over 60, especially if you take medications like metformin, antacids, or proton pump inhibitors like Prilosec or Nexium, your risk of B12 deficiency is even higher. That's because these drugs interfere with how your body extracts B12 from food. Common symptoms of B12 deficiency in seniors: numbness or tingling in hands and feet, muscle weakness, trouble walking or balancing, memory problems, fatigue or low energy, pale skin or shortness of breath. If any of these sound familiar, your body could be asking for help. And the good news? B12 is one of the easiest deficiencies to correct. Vitamin B12 is found naturally in animal-based foods like eggs, dairy, meat, and fish. If you eat these regularly, you may be getting some B12, but absorption is the real issue. That's why many older adults benefit from B12 supplements, either as oral tablets, sublingual, under the tongue, drops, or in more severe cases, B12 injections given by a doctor. If you're concerned, ask your healthcare provider for a simple blood test. It's called a B12 or cobalamin level test, and it can show whether you're in the safe range. In some cases, even low normal levels can cause symptoms, especially if you've been deficient for a long time. No one wants to feel like their legs are giving out or that they're losing their independence. And sometimes, the cause is simpler than you think. By checking and correcting a B12 deficiency, many people regain not just their strength, but their confidence, mobility, and peace of mind. This isn't about reversing time. It's about supporting your body with what it truly needs, so you can keep doing what you love. You deserve to walk steady, feel safe in your body, and move through life without fear of falling or failing. And sometimes, all it takes is a small change to make a big difference. Top B12 sources: eggs, milk and yogurt, cheese, chicken and turkey, fish, especially salmon and tuna, beef and liver, fortified cereals, and nutritional yeast. Now that you know the 2 silent vitamin issues that could be weakening your legs, let's pull it all together. Coming up next, how to turn this knowledge into action, and the small daily habits that can help you feel stronger, steadier, and more in control. Here's the best part. If vitamin D or B12 deficiency is behind your leg weakness, it's something you can fix. These aren't complicated treatments or expensive procedures. They're small, manageable changes that can bring real results. 1. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test. Visual: senior talking to their doctor. Overlay text: check vitamin D and B12 levels. Step 1. Ask your doctor for a vitamin D and B12 test. These are routine blood tests that can uncover what's going on beneath the surface. 2. Consider supplements if recommended. Visual: senior picking up supplements at a pharmacy, reading the label. If your levels are low, your provider might recommend a supplement. For some, it could be a simple daily tablet. Others may benefit from B12 injections or a stronger D3 dose. Follow their advice. It's worth it. 3. Add B12 and D-rich foods to your meals. Visual: a colorful plate of eggs, fish, leafy greens, fortified cereals. Support your body through food too. Eggs, dairy, salmon, fortified cereals, and a little sunshine when you can. 4. Start gentle leg exercises to rebuild strength. Visual: a senior doing light stretches, chair squats, or walking outdoors. And don't forget to move. Simple leg exercises like light walking, stretching, or chair squats can rebuild muscle and restore confidence. Even 10 minutes a day adds up. The good news? These deficiencies are not only easy to treat, But many people start noticing improvements in energy, balance, and leg strength within weeks. You're not powerless. You're not broken. Sometimes, your body just needs the right support. So start small. Ask the questions. Fuel your body. And give yourself permission to feel strong again. Remember, growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. Sometimes, it just means giving your body what it needs. Which tip stood out to you the most? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. And if you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more ways to thrive after 50.